Hey everybody, this is Vince Miller. Thank you so much for joining us for another devotional. Now, this weekend we're going to be in Florida. I'm excited about that trip. I would love to have you pray for this experience for all the men coming. I'm excited about getting out of Minnesota right now because there's a blizzard coming here. So with that, also, you're going to probably notice in the video today that there's a link to a very special retreat that I'm holding. I'm taking only 10 guys with me to the Dominican Republic for a mission-focused leadership retreat. This is a very special opportunity. Like I said, I can only take 10 guys. So if you're interested in something that might change the focus of where you're at presently in life as a leader, and you're looking for a greater mission in this life, this could be that experience. So check that out in the link. So today, we're going to reread some verses that we read yesterday because I want to emphasize a little bit of a different point here that I think is important. The text, John 5, verses 2 through 7, read, "Now there is in Jerusalem by the sheep gate a pool in Aramaic called Bethesda, which has 5 roofed colonnades. In these lay a multitude of invalids." So I want you to imagine actually a crowded scene because this is a feast celebration. So there are probably millions of people in Jerusalem at this time. So imagine a pool crowded by invalids. They were blind, lame, and paralyzed. And one man who was there who had been an invalid for 38 years, so a long time, if not his whole life. When Jesus saw him lying there and knew that he had already been there a long time, he said to him, "Do you want to be healed?" Which appears to be a stupid question. Hang on. The sick man answered him, "Sir, I have no one to put me in the pool when the water is stirred up, and while I'm going, another steps down before me." So they, of course, as we mentioned yesterday, believed that if they were the first person in the pool when it stirred or the water percolated or bubbled, because it was a spring-fed pool, they would be healed. So to understand, I think really what is happening in this text, you have to have a good picture in your mind of what this scene would have looked like. I mean, this pool probably looked more like a third world hospital scene. I mean, visually, you might imagine unclean people packed in around it. There was probably a little bit of a rotten stench in the air. You might hear the moans of people in pain. Yet among them is one who had been an invalid for almost 4 decades, so essentially all his life. So Jesus makes eye contact with him, walks over, and asks what appears to be a stupid question. Do you want to be healed? Now, I would assume that some of the people around or present might even have winced at the question or been offended by it. But really, it's a very good question. In fact, I would suggest the best question. The question is really this: do you want healing bad enough that you're willing to accept all the change that goes with it? You know, I've learned in my years of doing ministry that some people, want to just stay the same. They might say they want to change, but they really don't. They just want to tell you that they want to change because, well, they think that's the answer that you want to hear. What they prefer is the comfort of their present state. And why? Well, because change is hard. It alters our life. It means doing things differently than we're doing them right now. And for this lame man, Jesus' question is not like the official son that we just saw in the previous text. It's not a question of belief at all. Because you see, the lame man believes that the pool has the power to heal him. Otherwise, he actually wouldn't be sitting there. The question for him is, do you really want to heal? Because healing is going to change everything about your life. It's going to mean no more lounging by the pool, because you're going to have to get a job. It's going to mean no more letting others care for you. You're going to have to care for yourself. And Jesus knows that this lame man has grown accustomed to life as it is. He's comfortable with it to some degree. So the question is actually an excellent question. And the question is actually, do you want healing bad enough that you're willing to change how you live the rest of your life? You know, these are the kind of men that Jesus is looking for. They're the kind of men that I even seek in this life. I call them all-in men. Men willing to change anything and everything for the healing Jesus provides. And the question you got to ask yourself is, do you want healing that bad, so much you're willing to change? I love you guys. I pray this bless you. If it has, share it with someone else, and I'll see you right back here again tomorrow.